Hello, hello, hello. Kevin Epps here, Digital Brilliance Hour with another tutorial. So again, I apologize for not being around for a couple of weeks. I actually have a lot of videos that I've recorded. I just haven't had time to upload them. I'm just doing this very quickly because there were quite a few comments in regards to this, and I'm just getting this out the way because this is a very quick one, to be completely honest. And just wanted to get this up. More things are coming. I'm uploading this ahead of the time I actually was planning on it. But yeah, to ease the listeners and the community, I wanted to go ahead and get this out. So the topic for this video is in-level items. And I actually have the Art of Fighting game loaded up. I actually had this game loaded up in the reading comprehension, I believe. I think that's the name of the title, reading comprehension video. I'm going to actually show that, load this up. I'm also going to be using OpenBORStats to kind of just show you what's happening, and we'll just go from there. Okay. Excuse me if my words aren't coming out. As I said, I am juggling quite a bit and also trying to get this video out. So here we go. So if I make some mistakes, I'm just doing this all in one take. All right, so we have the game up. And let's go to start game and new game. Story mode. I'm gonna go ahead and just choose Rio. All right. So we've seen a lot of this, and you can skip the scene. We've seen a lot of this game. It's very good. It has a lot going on in it. All right. So we have this beginning stage, or I guess hub. I guess you could call it a hub. So we have a few things. So if we look here, we have some branches that you can have. You have the change player. You can go in and change the player if you want. This little obelisk, whatever that is, or you can travel to Southtown, or you can get some info. So you have all four of these items that if you hit them, it will take you somewhere. So if I hit this obelisk, it's gonna blink and then show this information. I'm just gonna go ahead and end. Have the same thing with change player. All these operate the same exact way. I'm not gonna go to Southtown yet, but I am just gonna hit the info. So then it opens up the info about how to play. All right, so that's what we can see. We got these here, right? So I'm gonna leave this open while also opening up OpenBORStats and just showing what's happening behind the scenes. So we already know that we went to the story mode. So this is each path or each level and scene, the order of those scenes in the story mode game mode. So we were able to select our character, which we did. There was the 0 begin, and here's the tutorial and tutorial XT. We also have select 2. This is, I'm assuming, if you clicked on select player, change player, it'll take you here, and then go back to tutorial. But let's look at tutorial 0 tutorial. And I'm actually going to hide this foreground here. All right, so as we can see, if we look at the design here, we move this up. Okay, so we see the info, the change player, strange obelisk. This should say travel to Southtown. We'll see that in a second. And change player. All right, so we'll look. Let's go ahead and look at change player since this is loaded up here inside. All right, so we can see the stage set up, and so we have the TN bag, the fireplace. That is this, the fireplace, I believe. Let's go back here. So Yes, I'm assuming that's the fireplace. You got this building over here. You don't even see all of that in the level, so these must be objects. There's a great way to go about this. So you have this house over here. You got this car here. That's an obstacle probably. All right. Let's go back over. All right. So we have change go. Change go to the tutorial. That's a spawn. Keep that in mind. We have fireplace or F place. All right. So change go. You can spawn this and it animates the follow to from change go when you spawn this up. Also tutorial, we have that, and then we have the rune. So that's this thing at the bottom here. And we have ghost test. So these are what are available. So let's go. This is probably stage start. I'm assuming this is what this means. So change go is where we're gonna go. We're gonna look for that particular object. Typically, this because we actually will go to this, and actually let's go ahead and do that. You go up and then you hit it. And this takes you to stage 1. Let this load for a little second. All right, just a little intro. All right, so let me go ahead and pause that. So now we were able to go to the first stage, right? So let's look at change go. Let's look at this object. Let's see what object this is. So we'll leave this level window open and we're gonna look at the other items or models in the game. So I'm gonna close levels for now. Go to models. I'm actually assuming that this is going to be an obstacle because you can hit it. So I'm just gonna start here. So obstacle, see if we see a change go anywhere. Once we find it, then I can explain everything about it. Yep, change go. I figured it was an obstacle because you can hit it. So let's go ahead and double click on this. All right, so first, let's actually look at some of these. Let's go ahead and look at some of these here. You have, this is an obstacle. He has a health. There's an animation script, so definitely gonna look into that. Load flare. Now we're gonna look at the anti-follow. Actually, let's look at idle. Let's see what idle is. So this is change player. All right, let's look at follow to, which is this. All right, now we cooking here. So we got anti-to or follow to. So let's animate that. So that is the travel to the south town, right? So we're gonna stay here because we kind of know where we are now. So there's a counter range, there's a follow animation. Let's look at what that means. Which animation is played when the follow-up condition is met, when counter condition is met. So when something happens here, it then goes to this animation here. Follow 4. Let's go back to follow 2. But we see this listed here. There's a body box surrounding this whole thing. If we go to the animate, we'll see that the bounding box or body box is surrounding this whole thing. Go back to the editor. This is a platform. And once this body box is hit, you got the counter range. So you're countering based on this body box hit. We go to follow 4. We look at follow 4. We see the script being played here. So the script is the script is calling to say, it's pulling in the self and the name of self. So it's looking at the name of the self. The name of the self is the alias here. Oh, the alias. the alias here. So the alias is st start, stage start. That's the alias. And it's taking in that alias, storing it in the name variable or name variable. Once the frame gets to 10, it's going to then jump to branch according to whatever this alias is. And then it's going to jump to that branch. And the best way to figure out how that branch has been configured, let's open up the folder. Actually, I thought I had this open already, but we can go back. Spring 22, I'm at Spring 20, games. This is Art of Fighting. We'll just open this up here. We'll go to data, and then we need the levels. TXT. So now let's scroll down and look at the story mode from here. Now we're looking at the code itself. So this is the set story mode. So we got test, we got end test. This is the select and the begin, and then this is that level, the tutorial level. And so we have branches here. So branch allows you to be able to skip to different parts of a set. So you declare these branches. So you have this tutorial here, and you have st start, stage start, which actually goes to this dojo. So you have st start, there's a scene, that's called tutorial level, and then 15 level. So if we go back to the game, this level that's showing up here is actually 15 level. This is 15 level.txt. This is the stage showing up here. So this branch, the way to be able to tie in a end level item or just an item in general to be able to tie to a particular area or a branch, you have to declare the branch. So for instance, let's say I wanted to provide another branch, another pathway that I could possibly take. So I could have branch stage start, and then that goes to the 15 level. I could also have a branch temple that then goes to the temple. So I could choose to skip stage start to go to the temple in the same exact way. So whatever the branch is named, that's how you jump to the branch with that code that we just saw in OpenBORStats. That's how you jump to. You have to jump to that branch in order to create the pathways. One more thing I'm going to show. I am going to, let me change the screen here. Yes, I am putting Ogre's Mayhem on itch.io, which should be released by the time you see this video. And we are going to go to, hopefully the site is back up. It was down yesterday. Okay, great. Gonna go to the manual. Let's go to the, where is the legacy? Here we go. Legacy manual. And we are going to look at end level. Your best bet is to always go to this manual if you're trying to figure out how to do certain things. So I showed you one way. That was the more advanced way. We're going to show you a slightly easier way, just using objects or models. So we have this branch here. We already talked about what the branches are. And you can actually, there's branch and then there's end. So when this is reached, the game will end regardless of level after. There's no point. So if you have a set, you can define an end to that set. Anyway, so we'll keep going. So here is where we start to look at the templates. So the different models, you can also have a end level type. The end level is the entity is an item which when touched by the player, it'll end the stage and it'll be given a score value to be awarded for level completion. So there's an end level. There's an end level item that could be applied, and then there's also there's a subtype, And then there's a branch here as well. This is inside of the character details area, or the top portion of the model file. So if we scroll back down, you have a branch. So branch name, this is used to make in-level entity warps player to certain level instead of the next level. So if you have a object with the type of in level, you can also declare which set or which branch to warp them to. So that's another way you can do it. So if you had, let's say that change go itself, instead of an obstacle, was a in level type, you can also declare branch st start. And so if this said in level, and if this was touched, because this will be an item, so if you touch it, if you run into it, punch it, whatever, it would actually go to stage start that way as well. So this is one way to go about it. I showed the other way, which was a little bit more complicated, but a little bit more precise, I believe. So if you have any other questions, make sure to just put the comment in the comment section, and I'll answer to the best of my ability. But soon I will be uploading way more videos that I've been kind of stockpiling. But I like to be able to do things when I have the time to like fully focus on them. I don't like to rush my stuff. So again, I got quite a few comments and messages about this thing, so I just wanted to get it out, and it don't look rushed because it is rushed. That's what happens when I'm rushed. All right. So but yeah, I will see you guys soon and talk to you later. You guys stay blessed and stay brilliant. Peace. We hope you're learning what you can from these free tutorials. Again, if you feel you need more in-depth or extensive services or extra help with learning and getting the most out of this, and don't want to wait on the videos, please feel free to join our DBH community for only $5. That doesn't mean you can't ask questions on here though. So if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to post those. Like and share this playlist for those who may need it. At the end of the day, we just want to help people build their engineering and coding skills to be efficient wherever they want to go. I'm Kevin. Appreciate you watching, and be brilliant. Peace.